Hey, what's going on, guys? Sonic Lightningbolt here, and today I'm joined with my little puppy dog, Buttercup. Mwah. Yes, you're a good girl. Thank you. And today I am talking about some of the recent events that have been going down on YouTube, and it's going to be a doozy. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about today is the one big thing that everyone's going on and on and on about is TanaCon and why it was a failure. Over the past couple of days, I've been hearing so much about this whole disaster, and I've been getting information and just looking into it and all that stuff. And I kind of have my own theories and my own, I don't know, little speculations and all that, allegations or whatever. Yeah, a YouTuber that I watched called iNabber, he might have done 3 live streams, but I only saw 2 of them. Of him breaking down Shane Dawson's documentary series about TanaCon and the whole inner workings and all that of it. And some of the things in those videos by Shane Dawson I thought were very interesting. Some of it was, I guess, a little contradicting of what happened and all that stuff and what people were saying, but it brings to light a lot about what we don't know or what we didn't know of what was going on during that whole thing. So definitely go check those out. I haven't watched them, but I kind of got the information that I really needed. But yeah, I'd say go watch them. They were well edited, well put together and all that. But from what I've seen, yeah. So, while I was watching the stream, there were a lot of points brought up by iNabber and by the clips I saw in Shane's video that piqued my interest. Number one was everyone says that there was like 20,000 or 15, I don't know, 20,000 people there, and as it turns out, there was only 4,000 people there. I'm sure everyone knows that now, because I think it was called Garden City Police Department released a statement talking about the people and how many were there. I'll put up an image if I can find one. And they said that there was only 4,000 people there, and going by estimates, about 1,000 were in the venue, and the other 3,000 were left to wait outside in the sun. And people had to go to the hospital, people passed out, there was no drinks, there was no food or any of the sort. They had said that they had water. They had like gotten a bunch of water bottles and stuff like that, but apparently none of that showed up and was not seen. So there's a lot of questions there by the company that ran the whole thing or set up the whole thing, Good Times, which has come under fire a lot in the past couple of days now because of this whole event. In all honesty, I think it was both Tana's fault, Tana Mongoose' fault, and Good Times, because both sides are saying, well, Good Times is saying that there was a lack of communication from Tana and that there wasn't enough of it because apparently she was going off and getting drunk at parties and barely communicating with the team, that apparently she either didn't or did pay for. I've heard both, that she paid for it and that she didn't pay for it. But if she did pay for it and she wasn't communicating with them, then that's a big problem. But if she didn't pay for it but was communicating with them, then what's the deal here? I don't know. And apparently she had taken vacation in Hawaii a little while they were planning the whole thing. So again, that's not good because you have to be there and tell them what you want, what you need, all that stuff. So I guess that adds to a little bit of why it was such a big failure. Other things I find interesting, I'll put up video clips too, is at the end of the third video, Shane basically goes through the things that he got. It was the numbers of like security, of how many tickets sold, and you know, all the basic inside stuff that you would want to know. And I'm gonna put a video clip here.
This is the big one, capacity. So I got a hold of the contract between the Marriott and Good Times, and the contract stated that there was only going to be 1,000 people. And Michael signed it. Now I talked to both Tana and Michael about this, and they both said that yes, the contract might have said 1,000, but everybody at Marriott told them that that was just a safe number and that 5,000 was okay. And here's the final thing, the money. So the amount of ticket sales is roughly $325,000. Now all of that money is currently being held by the ticket company, Veeps. Now Veeps is new and they've never done a convention before, so TanaCon was going to be their first. And because Michael really wanted to seal the deal, he signed a contract with them saying that if anything went wrong or tickets needed to be refunded, the funds would have to come from Good Times. And Michael signed that contract. And then Michael explained to me that he is Good Times. Just him.
I find that very interesting. Almost everything on that thing I find interesting, and how the company lied about how much they had, because they're like, oh, security's tight, we got a lot of people. I put the CEO of Good Times is like, oh, I put out a lot of money for this, for security, stuff like that, and there weren't that many security guards.
The number of security guards was never 91. I got a hold of the contract, and it said that at most there was 25 security guards at a time. Now to put that in perspective, for most conventions, it's usually 50 guards per 5,000 people. So this was cut in half. The amount of money spent on security was $60,000. To put that in perspective, the amount of money that VidCon spends on security is $1 million.
So yeah, always a good a good thing to hear. Yeah, a lot of tickets were sold during this, and a lot of money was wasted.
The official number of VIP tickets sold was 5,108. The number of free tickets was between 200 and 300. Michael claims that Tana knew that, and that she was lying when she said she didn't. And Tana still says she didn't.
People spent thousands of dollars to go to TanaCon, only to wait in the sun for 6 hours or so.
We've been waiting for like 2 hours.
We're probably gonna take 4, okay?
4. What time is it? It's like 11. It's almost 12.
Yeah, but we got here like 9.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the line.
Great.
And not get in. And that sucks, because I heard a story that one chick, she was afraid of flying. She had, I guess, anxiety and all that. She spent a lot of money to go out to see Shane Dawson and only got 4 or 6 hours in the sun. Yeah, and a lot of people got burnt.
Got me a disgusting sunburn on my shoulders, chest, and scalp. Yes, my scalp. I didn't even know that was possible, but it looks like I dyed my scalp down the middle where my part is.
Sunburn, obviously. Someone had to go to the hospital. I don't know how many people, but someone had to go to the hospital.
Not breathing in here. I need everybody to move and clear this out because we have the paramedics coming in.
We really do not want any of you guys passing out now. I really don't. We really do not want any of you guys. I know you've been standing in this hot sun. I know you need water. I know you guys need food. I know you need shade. So what we need you to do is to go get that so you guys can be dressed and ready to go tomorrow for TanaCon 2018.
TanaCon. Look what you, I don't know.
The line is like 4 hours long. I'm selling the free tickets. I've got the badges. I'll sell them for $20 a piece. That means you don't have to wait online.
The people who bought them won't get in.
I suggest
Please do not steal the badges.
Bro, there's people throwing them out.
Right? Please do not steal them. that green thing? All that group of people are stealing badges. Could you please take care of that for me?
Guys, I need you guys all to step this way for me, please. Everyone back over here.
Apparently there was a wedding that I don't care about much, but congratulations to the lucky couple, I guess. Yeah, a lot of stuff that they screwed up on. And of course, no one's taking the responsibility for it. Tana keeps blaming Good Times keeps blaming Tana, and it's just back and forth, pointing the finger at the other person. I think it's both their faults, because Tana wanted to do this because she got kicked out of VidCon. I'm gonna go into that in a little bit. She got kicked out of VidCon, and so she's like, oh, F VidCon, I'm gonna rival it with my own thing, and she made TanaCon. Her name is just slapped right on that. So yeah, she basically was like, oh, I'm gonna try and plan this within 2 months. I don't know how long it takes a VidCon to get planned, but I'm pretty sure it's not 2 months. And if it is, that's, wow, genius. Good guys working there. Yeah, that's a lot of fun information to get out of that. So yeah, she wanted to do her own thing. TanaCon was made. She contacted a company who has a pretty sketchy record. The guy apparently started the company when he was young, which is impressive. And he has a lot of sketchiness to him. And people told her, people were like, yo, don't go with this company, they're sketchy, don't go with this company, they'll scam you.
I've listened to everyone who told me not to work with you, and like on and on and on and on. Every single one of your biggest clients told me how much money you've taken from them, how much you've hurt them. Like, I name them, I'll say their names. Like, if you want me to, I'll ask them to ask you. Like,
And she did anyway, which, number one, is on her fault, because she was warned and didn't listen, and then all this went down. Yeah, always listen and do your research. Apparently she didn't do enough research, and that's what happened. My dog is eating grass now. Yeah, do your research first off. So, and I probably know why she got kicked out of VidCon, because VidCon apparently got a bunch of these YouTubers that we didn't know, we don't know, because we always want to watch like big YouTubers like PewDiePie and Markiplier and all those guys. And they did it most likely because those people were advertiser friendly. YouTube's been cracking down on people like that, so they probably kicked Tana out because of all the allegations, of all the, you know, bad stuff she's done. And so there's a right to kick her out because she was under so much controversy, and they didn't want that. So yeah, they were like, yeah, nope. And I don't know the full story, but I think Tana was like, oh, I promoted VidCon and blah 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 blah, and yeah, got kicked out. And if VidCon hasn't said anything about it right now, that's my theory. She got kicked out because she was being controversial. That's not a good thing, especially if you're going to VidCon. Yeah, don't be controversial if you're going to VidCon. So that's probably why she got kicked out. And then she goes and makes her own video talking about that she did get kicked out and promoting her new thing called TanaCon, and she thought that would be a good idea. Basically, it was right down the street from VidCon. She wanted it on the same day as VidCon just to rival it. And people went from VidCon to TanaCon only to go back to VidCon because TanaCon was so horrible. And apparently there was like, so it was free, but you could buy VIP tickets, which were like $60 or something like that. First off, it's a lot of money for a ticket for a YouTuber. That's a lot of money to charge, and that's no good. And having a lot of people go in for free versus the people that bought tickets is not good either. Have the free people wait in line.
I have it set at 5,200 right now.
I love that for us.
So I feel like 5,200 is a good number.
It would be really, really cool too to have people like outside waiting to get in.
Like, people love to be oppressed outside.
Yeah.
They're just like, I waited in the rain. Like, they love that shit. I love that shit.
And they like want to watch their coaches arrive too. They're like, ah! Like they're going crazy.
But it said, or supposedly said, that almost everyone there had to buy a ticket. I never went to the Good Times website where they had the tickets, and general admission I think was like $1. VIP was like $60, and there was one more thing that I couldn't see, or that I didn't even look at, and I didn't get a good view of, which was apparently a lot more money. No, I'm not paying that much money for a ticket unless I actually want to go to this and it's actually a good reason. So yeah, that's nope. And then apparently she was selling merch at TanaCon for $200. $200, and apparently it was more than $200. And all you got was, I believe, a t-shirt, stickers, and possibly the worst thing you could ever get in a gift bag, a condom. A Tana Mongoose condom. What were you thinking, Tana? And there's also lines drawn there because Tana apparently told Good Times what she wanted, and Good Times is like, well, that's what you said you wanted in the bag, and she's like, oh, no, I said so much other things. It's like, well...
An itemized list with 10 people watching of every single thing that was supposed to be in the gift bags, and you assured me they would be there, and then it comes out that it's condoms and stickers. No, I didn't. Sitting at my house. Hunter was there. Hunter, did I not tell him?
How'd you not know in the first place? And I get it. She was lied to, but she also lied. It said that the CEO or someone told her that there were 20,000 people in attendance there inside the venue and outside and all the wavy lines and all that. And she went on Twitter like, oh, there's 20,000 people, oh, there's 15,000 people here. It's crazy, thank you guys so much for their support. When there was only 4,000 people and only 4,000 tickets were sold. And there goes my dog barking at who knows what. Why don't we go find out? What are you barking about? What are you barking about? Did you see a bird? Was there a bird? Cute puppy dog. Cute puppy dog. You good girl, yes. Looking off into the horizon there. Hi. Hello. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah. Claimed there were 20,000 people and there was only 4,000 people, so they both lied in a sense. And then apparently there's video footage in Shane's video before TanaCon when they were kind of all discussing it and talking about what they wanted to do, and it was brought up, the venue size was brought up, and apparently it could only hold, I think it was like 1,200 people, I think. I could be wrong, I'll show a screenshot. Yeah, so apparently it was a very small venue that could fit about 1,000 people, and they went threefold over. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. And they both knew that the venue was not going to fit everyone.
I think we're in a good capacity. I mean, we could drop it to 3,000 if we wanted to instead of 5,200. But
what are we gonna?
And yet they continue to use it. And the Good Times CEO said, oh, the hotel lied to me. They said that there was going to be a lot more space, there was a lot more space, blah, 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 blah. In the beginning footage, not in the beginning footage, in the footage that is shown later on in Shane's third video, they're in the venue space. They're in the space that they were going to rent out. And they made almost that whole room a big stage. They made it a big stage. And whatever they had left of it was not used for much. What? Buttercup, what are you barking about? The birds? Sorry, she's probably barking at birds. But yeah, they both knew that the venue space was small. And they still used it. Even though they knew that was not gonna work. And she's off. Buttercup! Stop, baby! Stop! Stop! Stop it! Okay. But yeah. Well, okay. Just try to ignore her. Yeah, both knew the venue space was small, and they continued to go with it. And then now they're pointing fingers at the hotel, and apparently going to sue the hotel. Good Times is going to apparently sue the hotel for lying about it, even though they knew. That's such a scummy thing to do. You're almost on Jake Paul levels of scummy. And oh my gosh. And it just ticks me off how they're all like, oh, we're gonna get away with it. Oh, we're gonna get away with it. No, you're not. There's, I don't know the legal things about it, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And if that video footage is given as evidence, they're screwed. They're bankrupt, basically. They're gonna go bankrupt. And the Good Times guy was like, oh, I'm gonna go bankrupt, this is gonna ruin my career, blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to lose everything over this.
So what do you mean when you say that? So you put in your own personal money into this?
Like, I am the sole owner of Good Times. My money is everything, I guess. Like, it's expensive to throw a convention. And I would be the last person to want this to fail. And I get that the fans are upset, yeah. I'm more upset than you could ever imagine. You don't understand, Shane. It is so heartbreaking, and I'm going to lose everything. Like, everything.
No, buddy. No, you're not going bankrupt. If the ticket company, who has just now been named Veeps, if they don't refund anyone, they're currently holding all the money for the tickets. And if it's given to Good Times and Tana, then they are rich beyond their wildest dreams. Apparently it was like over like 3,000 or 3 million, I don't know the specifics, screenshot might help, dollars in ticket money. That's a lot of money. I mean, probably not much in today's world, but that's still a lot of money. Compared to me, that's a lot of money. And that's insane how all those people went to TanaCon just to basically get scammed out of it. And you're probably going to say, oh, it's not a scam and blah blah blah. It's kind of a scam. I'm sorry, it's kind of a scam. And people were properly angry about it. I'm going to show some clips here. One woman was yelling about how they've all been waiting for so long and the event was getting canceled for the day. There was people yelling about refunds.
Refund, 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 refund.
And there was people going to the hospital. That whole thing was an outrage. I don't know what was going on the inside, other than a wedding and probably Tana Mongoose telling more stories. Who knows? Who cares? I don't. What happened outside kind of matters the most, because that was the big thing everyone was focusing on. They wanted to go see these big creators who weren't going to VidCon. Shane Dawson, I don't think, was going to originally go to VidCon at all. I guess because he doesn't like going to conventions. Tana was supposed to go, but got kicked, probably because of the controversy that surrounded her and all that. And now, this happened. And this is more of a disaster than, probably even more of a disaster probably than last year's VidCon, which I heard was horrible. And a lot of people were injured, thanks to Logan Paul. Oh my gosh. Like, can you get any more sketchy and scummy about all this? No, you can't, because this happened. And they're both playing the victim card. It's kind of obvious. The CEO of Good Times, I think his name's Michael, he was like, oh, this whole situation is making me suicidal. It's not my fault. The hotel lied, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, buddy, you're not getting away with this one. And then Tana is like, oh, Michael lied, oh, he said this and that, and blah, 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 blah. I thought this was gonna work. I don't know what made you think that was gonna work, but it didn't, clearly. And they're just both playing victim, both pointing their fingers at each other. And there's no real person that's taking responsibility. No one's taking responsibility for this. Sure, on both sides, they're taking responsibility for some things, but they're not taking full responsibility for everything. Because they're still pointing fingers. And as far as I know, no one has come forth and said, yep, it's my fault, I'm sorry, everyone's getting their refunds, and yeah, again, I'm sorry. Nope. No one. Tana, nope. She's just been crying, I guess, about the whole situation, which isn't going to make things better in the first place unless you actually go get something done. And Michael has just been sitting around doing nothing. Just claiming he's going to sue the hotel and all that. And stupid. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. So, as far as I know, no one's taken responsibility, but that doesn't mean no one's at fault here. They're both at fault for different reasons. And the funny thing I kind of find about this whole situation is that Shane was on board with going to TanaCon and doing TanaCon, and then when everything falls apart, he goes right back around and makes a documentary.
Like, this wasn't my convention, okay? I wasn't a part of the planning. I wasn't a part of anything except for the fact that I was like, sure, I'll come. Which now, in retrospect, is the worst decision I think I've ever made.
About it. And some people are saying he's biased towards Tana because they're all besties and whatever. And some say he's biased towards Michael. Who knows why? We don't know. But both are at fault here. Both are at fault here. And it's stupid. But yeah, they're both at fault here. And unless someone doesn't take responsibility soon, I already have my theory, but I'm going to be pointing fingers at someone. And I don't care who it is. Sorry, camera was dying and I had to change my spot. But yeah, if no one takes responsibility soon, then I'm gonna just assume it was the other person because no one's taken responsibility. And again, I find it's funny that Shane Dawson was on board with the whole thing and then goes around and makes a documentary about it, but I don't know. But here's my theory, and I'm gonna show a screenshot of a comment I left on iNabber's stream. My theory is that Tana Mojo saw that her career was dying. She was under so much controversy, and people were just like, oh yeah, she's a bad person, blah 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 blah, and her career was gonna die. I'm pretty sure it would have ended if she, A, didn't get kicked out of VidCon, B, well, it probably would have ended even if she went to VidCon, but B, didn't decide to make TanaCon, and C, if this whole thing didn't, like, happen, then her career probably would have just gone with the wind. Yeah. And so I think that she saw this, decided to try and do TanaCon, but made it in a way so that it would fail, and then wanted to point fingers at someone just to get the heat and controversy off of her and point it at someone else. And apparently she plans on making her own response video to this, but as far as I know, her response has only been on Shane Dawson's channel, and that's it. Still waiting for the response video, Tana. Hey, that might be the only Tana Mojo video I'll watch. But yeah, there's my theory. She wanted this all to go to ruins. She put on, this is my opinion and my speculation, please no one sue me. She wanted this to fail. She wanted all this to happen to get her career back in track. That's my theory. Not 100% confirmed, not confirmed at all, just a theory. No one sue me. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that topic. If iNabber makes the streams a video, check those out. And go check out Shane Dawson's documentary about it, because it's very interesting. And I might actually go watch it after this video. But yeah, I will also have a follow-up video if all this gets resolved soon. So yeah, keep on the lookout for that. Moving on, let's move on to the Jake Paul versus Deji versus Logan Paul versus KSI fight. Where to start with this one? This has been going on for months, I think, months now. Their conference was a while ago, and it was it was a very interesting show. With Jake Paul constantly yelling Walmart at Deji, and KSI taunting and making fun of Logan Paul. I didn't watch the whole thing, but from what I saw, it was pretty stupid but pretty hilarious, and a fight almost broke out, which is always fun. Whew, yeah, crazy. Where do I want to start with this one? First off, in recent events, apparently Deji's trainer dropped him, which Deji said that isn't true. He left his trainer on his own because he wanted to be independent. Don't know how well that's going for him right now, because everyone is saying that he should drop out of the fight. And Joe Weller, who recently was like, yo, let's go, I wanna fight somebody again, I wanna do this in the undercard or whatever, I don't know. They're saying that Deji should drop out and Joe Weller should take his place against Jake Paul. And Deji's not happy. Honestly, I think we should just stick to what we have right now. Apparently someone did take up Joe Weller's offer to fight, but I think we should stick with what we have right now. Because A, I want to see Jake Paul get beaten down, and I want to see Logan Paul get beaten down. My opinion, yes, I hate them both. But yeah, that's going to be fun. Scarce is also fighting in the undercard, that's going to be interesting, and now Joe Weller's fighting in the undercard or something, I don't know. But yeah, this whole thing's going to be interesting because this is a big fight, and apparently some other people are going to fight in the undercard as well. I'm not too big with boxing, but funny thing, just a little side note, Jake Paul at one point said he wanted to see YouTubers box. He wanted to see, I guess, see YouTubers do boxing or something like that, have this big old circuit. And then when he gets confronted to box, he wants to do MMA, MMA fighting. And yeah, that's water under the bridge now, I guess, unless you still want to look back at that. But anyway, both sides are calling each other out, saying stupid stuff, especially the Pauls. And it's just kind of funny to watch when you're not in the middle of it. But yeah, it's kind of funny. My opinion, KSI and Deji are going to win and take it on top. Of course, Logan Paul's been kind of wrestling, and he has the buff, big swole boy body, I guess. I don't know. Stuff set, yeah. So everyone's like, oh, he's gonna win. I don't think so. And everyone's rooting for Jake Paul now because Deji's trainer dropped him. Yeah, fun. But I think it's Deji and KSI are gonna come out on top. Woo! This is a fun video. And yeah, that's my opinion on that. Moving on! Other things YouTubers are talking about. I've seen two YouTubers I like, Katzun and Speechy, talk about furries. Yay. My opinion, you do you. Do whatever you want. I don't care. You do you, I do me, you leave me out of it, and we're good. That's, yeah, all I gotta say about that. So in conclusion, TanaCon sucks. This Jake Paul fight, or not Jake Paul fight, this KSI, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Deji fight is gonna be fun to watch. You do you, I don't care. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you all enjoyed my theories and my opinion, even though no one asked for it, and no one's probably gonna care. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like, and if you're new here, why not subscribe if you enjoyed my videos, and press that notifications bell for when I live stream or whenever I upload a new video, because I do have a lot of videos that I want to work on and I'm gonna start working on. And also check out my music channel because I'm gonna be doing more music sometime. Yeah, I'm gonna start live streaming again soon. Excuse me, I'm gonna start making more videos soon. And yeah, check out my most recent video, which I believe was what I hate about water parks. That's fun. New what I hate about episode is gonna be coming out. And yeah, that's it. Hope y'all have a great 4th of July, and I hope y'all have a great day and a great week. Most importantly, 4th of July. Spend it with your family, have fun setting stuff on fire, and watch big fireworks in the sky. Yeah. Peace out, everyone.